Hi guys, I'm Shrey from Digit, and I am with none other than WWE superstar Daniel Bryan.
How's it going?
Going well. How are you? Welcome to Delhi.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing very well.
Okay, so Daniel, how different an experience is it for you to go home and play WWE 2K16 at home, and then come out to the ring and do it again?
Well, I actually don't play it at home because I don't have a video game system, but so I have played it. And what's really surreal about it to me is how lifelike everything is, right? Because they've captured the way that I move. And I didn't do the motion capture. Somebody else did it. So that's somebody imitating me, and then they digitalize me, and then here I am looking exactly the same way that I look on TV. And I'm just like, this is the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, so it's pretty cool.
So when you're playing the game, okay, who do you choose as your player? Most often?
So literally, I've played it once.
Okay.
And I played as myself. I'm not gonna lie. But if I had to choose, I would probably like choose somebody like Goldust or William Regal or somebody like that, you know. Or I'd choose one of my friends like Cesaro, you know. Like I'd really love to be the Ryback and just make him do stupid stuff, like, and just, you know, and then take videos of it and send it to him. So that's what I would do if I played more often.
Okay. So one of the pre-order bonuses with WWE 2K16 is that you get to play as the T800 Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if in real life you had a match with the Terminator, a 3-on-1 match, and you had to choose 2 tag team partners, who would you choose?
Oh gosh, probably Big Show and Mark Henry. And then just put them in the ring with the Terminator, and then I just kind of skedaddle. I'm a little bit faster. So here, you guys take him. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so what is the first WWE game that you played that you remember?
So I remember, I think it was called WrestleMania, and it was like back in the Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior days, that sort of thing. The first wrestling game I remember playing was the original Nintendo game called Pro Wrestling. And it had like Starman in it. It had a guy named King Corn Karn. My favorite wrestling name ever is actually King Slender, and he was this like blonde guy. And I think he was supposed to be like a good guy, like a Hulk Hogan type. But with a name like King Slender, you just can't be a good guy. So yeah, my favorite was Starman.
Okay, so things have changed a lot.
Yes,
Games have
yes,
evolved
Starman
a lot
is.
Starman is now. Right. So, what all have you noticed? Okay, for you, like, what all have you noticed the changes that you most notice when you're playing W2K16 now and when you were playing pro wrestling back then?
Okay, so now the hard thing for me, if you haven't evolved with video games now are very difficult because like if the last thing that you played was the original Nintendo, it's got A, B, it's got select start, and it's got 4 little arrow buttons. Very manageable, right? You can, even if you just press buttons and move around, you can do something. Now there's all these buttons, right? And so what I find happens is with the new games, one, it's more realistic. They can do way more moves, right? There's the story modes. You can do like career mode. The career mode thing is the coolest thing to me, where you can start as like a rookie and then progress to the main event of WrestleMania. I think that's super cool. But the frustrating part for me is that what ends up happening is I end up looking down and spinning in a circle and getting punched. And so, because I don't know what I'm doing, I'm like, ah! But then something crazy will happen. Like all of a sudden I'll be mashing buttons and then I'll do something really cool that I didn't even know that you could do in video games. And so like you see people like Xavier Woods who are really good at the games and stuff like that, and they can do that kind of stuff on purpose. And I think that's really cool. Like, hey, you could go and do all these really cool moves on purpose if you know what you're doing, but I just don't.
Okay. So virtual reality is becoming really popular.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel if you put on one of those VR headsets and you had a match with yourself in the virtual ring?
I don't know. It'd be creepy, right? Like, it's kind of creepy. Sometimes I think it's creepy watching other people play as me in the video game because it's like, it looks so much like me and they're manipulating my body. and it's just like really weird. And it's the same sort of thing when I see toys, like the toys in the store, and people playing me, because it's like, that's me, but it's not me. And so imagine putting this thing on and then seeing yourself and then fighting yourself, but it's all pretend. So sometimes my mind can't grasp what's going on in the world. Like, what are we doing here with these video games and this virtual reality where I'm pretending to wrestle myself in this digital thing, and I don't know what's going on. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
I'm not old.
Okay.
But I'm old. I'm one of those people who like don't understand what's going on around them, and I try to keep up. I try to keep up with you young kids and your virtual reality and your video games and all that, but I don't get it. I don't understand how it all works. So it's just like you were talking about with your grandma. I am like your grandma. Your grandma might be better at 2K16 than I am.
Okay. Okay, so you guys travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what does Daniel Bryan do to keep himself entertained? What sort of gadgets do you carry with yourself?
Oh my gosh. So I don't carry many gadgets.
Okay.
I like to read. This is that going back to me being old. And not only do I like to read, I have a physical book, like a real like flipping the pages type book. And so so that's what I like to do. And I also what I do bring a lot of is like foam rollers. Do you know what those are? It's like a foam roller is something that you use, like you put it on your back and you roll across it to help like your spine. So those are the gadgets that I bring with me. I bring books and I bring foam rollers.
Very high tech.
Yeah, very high tech.
Okay, so my next question, I don't know how much that'll mean now.
Uh-huh.
So technology is now everywhere.
Okay.
So how has technology affected your daily training regime?
Okay, so it actually has, because I get my weightlifting programs through an app on my phone. So I have a trainer who sends me my programs on this app, and what happens is I enter the weights and everything that I do and the number of reps and everything, and then he's able to calculate how much weight and everything I should do next time I work out. So I don't understand how this works, but all I have to do is input what I do, and so it's made it, I still keep like a training log, like to see where I was at like last year and where I'm at now and that sort of thing, but that's how it's mostly affected my like training life, is that like, oh, now I communicate with my trainer via this app, and he just tells me what to do. So, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant. I think he developed this app, and I think his plan is to sell it. So I think it is actually brilliant, and it will make him a decent amount of money, I think.
Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so my final question. So WWE is really popular in India, and a lot of kids like to watch it. Mm-hmm. What message do you have for all those kids watching this right now?
Don't try what we do at home. Number one, that's the first and foremost most important thing, because you can get hurt. But two, like, enjoy it. Like, there's a lot of cool things that you can do in the realm of wrestling, and I think now it's more fun to be a fan of things than it was even when we were kids, because you can get more involved, right? Like, there's all the social media aspect, there's the online aspect of like talking with other people about it and that sort of thing. And now there's like there's so many programs here. Like, you can watch Raw in a 1-hour format here, which is awesome, right? If you don't have time to watch 3 hours of Raw, you can watch the 1-hour version. You can watch SmackDown. I think there's wrestling on every day of the week here on 10 Sports, which is like, if I were a kid, that would be like the greatest thing ever. So I mean, so just enjoy it and keep being awesome fans, because all the fans that I've met so far have been just great. And yeah, just stay excited about it. And if it no longer interests you, stop watching it and go do something else with your life, because that's part of it, right? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, hey, if you don't like it, you need to watch it. No, if you don't like it, go do something else, right? Like, I think it's fun, and I think it's a fun thing to watch, and it's a good way to entertain yourself. So.
Okay. Okay, so that was Daniel Bryan.
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And if it's not too much to ask, can we end with a yes chant?
Absolutely.
Okay, so on 3.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yes! Yes! Oh, join me for this one.
I wanted to see how you do it on your own. Okay. Yes! Yes! Yes!